channel. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch another video. Um, yeah, so I said that I was going to upload once a week. Right now that's turning out to be a little more than once a week. Just because there's so much going on and so much happening on YouTube right now. Yeah, so I think what really sparked this video was Tana's sugar daddy video. And there are lots of opinions on it. There are a lot of different views on it right now. There's a lot of different things that people think about it. Yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about Tana's sugar daddy video. We are going to dive in and talk a little bit about Shane's new series. We are also going to touch a little bit on Elle Mills, because who doesn't love Elle Mills? And then we're also going to touch a little bit on Peter Mott and what's going on in the drama channel community, the beauty community, and I don't know what you would describe Shane as. Tana Storytime community for sure. Alright, so with that being said, let's go ahead and let's jump right into the video. So if you guys already haven't seen Tana's new video, yeah, you should definitely go and watch her new sugar daddy video, her sugar daddy story time. And let me just get on here and say that I think that was the right move for Tana to make, kind of going back in time and giving us a little bit of, you know, what we loved from her, which was her sit-down, crazy, over-the-top story times that were, I'm sure, very true, but so hard almost to believe because they're so off the wall and just insane crazy. I feel like her channel started to try to turn, like, a different direction, but I feel like, you know, that's how she grew her brand, that's how she grew her name, was through story times, and I feel like her channel kind of took a turn in a different direction, so for her to just kind of reel it back in and be humble and come back to her roots, I think everybody was a little bit more than excited to see that from her, but holy crap, that video was long. It was an hour, girl. There was a lot. You know, she talks about her sugar daddy, you know, she was, you know, it was the story leading up to it, how she went on seeking arrangements, how it was very spontaneous and spur of the moment, and, you know, she kind of got nervous, she felt like backing out, and, you know, all these cards just kind of like fell into place, and everything was so meant to be. He ended up being her neighbor. At the end of the story, she found out. They messaged each other when they were in Los Angeles, and she responded back to him, and she never got a reply until she landed in Vegas. And as soon as she got home in Vegas, he messaged her back, and then he so happened to be in Vegas, but he never goes there. And she goes in to talk about his recovery and how he used to be into, you know, addiction and how he came back from that. But in that video, though, she gave so many hints to who this guy was. I thought I was like the investigator. I was on the internet during the video, listening to the video, like trying to use all these different keywords because she brought up Google and said he was Googleable. And when she typed in his name, it said people also searched for, you know, Janis Joplin, The Who, you know, well, you know, all these different bands. So, you know, I went into Google and I'm like, people also searched for, typed in all the names that she said, and then this gentleman, and as well as other people popped up, and I was like, I really think this is the guy, this is going to be him. And then she goes in to talk about how he was, like, freakishly tall, so I looked at pictures of him, and this guy's tall, and, like, I'm like, I found this guy, like, you know, I know who it is, I know who she's talking about, and I was like, oh my god, like, and at this time, I hadn't gone through the comment section, so I didn't know that all these other people had figured it out too, so as soon as I went down the comment section, I was like, holy crap, like, everybody knows, like, she's giving a lot of hints, like, over and over and over and over again, talking about his career, what he does, like, he is the direct manager of Michael Jackson's estate, you know, even though he's passed away, he is still her manager, and it's like, that right there was enough for people, you know, to just literally go on Google, because at this point, I'd already figured it out by the time she said that he was Michael Jackson's manager of his estates, and still his manager even though he's passed away. Because that right there is one Google search. So I guess, you know, a lot of people want to know, you know, is she worried about being sued? Is he going to sue her? You know, how can she be so just upfront with all these details to the point where everybody and anybody could literally figure out who it was? So I think a lot of people are, just have that in their head, like, does he know? Did she know that he would find out? What was she going to do if he did find out? She hasn't really spoken on this. She hasn't gone onto Twitter to say anything about it. She hasn't brought it up. She did say in the video at the end, like, don't come for him, don't find him, don't look him up. But that was kind of funny for her to say, even though she gave every hint in the book to who it could be, and people on the internet who are watching her videos are very curious people. People on YouTube, when people aren't name dropping, but they're giving every other hint to who someone could be, people are on the internet. They're looking. What better things do they have to do if they're already watching a Tana video than to go in Google to get context to figure out who the hell she was talking about? And then the thing that struck me too was 24 hours later from the video, she disabled the comments on the video. And I was like, really? Like, I wonder, I wasn't wondering why, I'm thinking it's because everybody, everyone's already calling him out, and she's seeing that everybody's figuring it out, so she didn't know how to control it, but besides, calling him out on it, just disable the comments. So I went ahead, if you guys already haven't seen on my channel, I went ahead and I re-uploaded that same video. Nothing different about it, but I, of course, left the comments enabled so you guys can go on there and still have conversations about it if you choose to. I just thought it was really kind of funny that she went and just disabled the comments, There's still Twitter, people can still go on there, and they still are on there. So I'll leave that to you guys. If you don't know who it is yet, you guys can go and do that on your own. I just thought it was kind of ironic, that she deleted it. It's still all over Twitter, like, there's only so much you can do. I'm sure people have reached out to this guy, unfortunately. I'm sure people have been tweeting at him. I'm sure people have been direct messaging him. I'm sure people are asking for statements from him and how he feels about it. So that'll be really interesting to see. So that's all I have to say about Tana. That's, we still got some more to talk about. Okay. Like I said earlier in the video, we are going to touch a little bit on Shane Dawson's new series and what we've kind of picked up and what we figured out. We will be speaking a little bit on Peter Mon towards the end of the video a little bit, and we are going to make a statement as well about Manny MUA. Don't have much on it, but just it's like a quick statement about it. Someone I haven't talked about on here, though, someone that I really do adore, and someone that I really I like to see them grow on YouTube, and they really have in the past year so much. I remember even Casey Neistat made a statement when he was talking to the YouTube, I think it was director, it was when all the AdSense stuff was going down, and he brought this guy from YouTube corporate to come and speak on his channel, and I guess he had, Casey had made a prediction like years past about a new YouTuber like growing and blowing up on the social platform, and I guess that person did, and he reminded this executive person from YouTube about it, and he was like, well, I have another assumption about someone else that I think is going to blow up on YouTube and become, a name for them, or make a name for themselves, and that person is Elle Mills, and who doesn't love an Elle Mills video? I don't know what about her videos it is, but they're just so, you can just tell they're well thought out. They're so wholesome, and she always has her family in them. It's very family oriented. You can tell that she's a family girl, and she really cares about her brother and her mom. I think it was so funny though, because yesterday morning I was like, Elle Mills hasn't put out a video in a while. She did kind of put out the video about her mental health struggles. And I know how hard it can be. Well, I don't know how hard it can be. I know from someone who's trying to start a YouTube channel how, hard it can be to just kind of get a leg up and kind of, get yourself into a routine and get yourself content and, video ideas. And, really a lot of it comes down to just, turning on the camera and just, talking and, being self-confident. There's a lot that comes into YouTube videos. It's not, just turning on a camera and talking. There's editing. You have to make thumbnails. You have to make end screens. You have to make the right tags. It becomes a full-time job, and it can consume you. If you are one of these creators who is putting out this high-quality content. And I can imagine what a lot of them have to do, and to the point where they have to hire editors, and having backdrops and green screens. It's like it's like being a director. It's like being a film director. So I can see how a lot of these, mental health issues can arise and can kind of escalate them inside of you when you have this pressure to put out content, and this pressure to be, keep this style and keep the brand and, to keep things on brand. And then in all of that, be successful. So I was, kind of concerned. I'm like, she hasn't put out a video. And then I kind of scrolled through and I see, sometimes she'll go a month or 2 months without putting on a video. And I'm like, okay, well, it's been, almost over a month. And then later that afternoon, there is a new video from Elle Mills. I guess her brother is going away to college, and she wanted to send him off with a great big farewell. And she put together this big event at an auditorium, and did like a roast session with her brother, and had all of his friends come up, his ex-girlfriends, and just kind of like roast him. And it was a really funny video, and it honestly like made me tear up at the end when he had to leave and everybody was saying goodbye, and he had to leave his mom and his sister, and you could just tell that they were really, really close. Her video editing styles and just the way it makes you feel the way watching it. I don't know why this is, and I've thought about this for like a while now. But her videos really remind me of like an indie, like Sundance type of like film, but in a YouTube shortened version kind of way. I don't know. Does anybody else feel that way? Comment down below and let me know, because that's something that I just have kind of thought about for a long time. Never like said anything. Just kind of like sat in the back of my mind, like, yeah, her videos kind of like remind me of these like indie like Sundance films. I don't know why, but they do. But I wish her all the success. She is such a genuine, kind human being. You can just tell, and you can tell that she really loves the content that she's putting out there and the content that she's creating. So, props to her. I would like to see more collabs from her in the future, though. I would like to see her team up with some other YouTubers. I would absolutely love, like, who would be the most, or the more perfect duo for a collab than Elle Mills and Shane Dawson? Like, how is that not epic? I feel like her styles, too, is kind of... I feel like they could relate on many levels, and I feel like they could put something together that's pretty awesome. So, jumping in now to Shane Dawson, I know we're all awaiting his new series. He just posted that it's going to be an 8-part series, so he is getting and diving deep into some stuff. I mean, the Jeffree Star series was a lot, and that was only 6 parts, so I'm really interested to see if that is, how intense this one's going to be, because going from a 6 to an 8 is insane. I think a lot of people want to know if the series is going to be about the Paul brothers. A lot of people have been speculating about it. One of the Paul brothers posted a meme picture of Shane on their channel that I spoke about. So a lot of people that was kind of like a hint to them that it was going to be about the Paul brothers. He posted a picture a few days back of him with his head on the table saying, quote, when I didn't know the camera was on, and had a breakdown about what the series is turning into. Wish us luck. For me, it's like, do you think he's having a hard time understanding them, or maybe getting them to open up and be real? If it is about them, for example, when Jeffree Star was on there, a lot of these people on here, they have an internet personality. They have this facade that they put on for the camera. They hype it up, whatever you want to call it. But in that series with Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star, you could tell his internet personality was there, but you could see how many guards he let down, and how real and raw and open he was with Shane, and you could tell that Shane had that breakthrough with him. And I'm wondering maybe, if Shane thought the same thing was going to happen with the Paul brothers, ended up being more than he could handle. But he said that there will be a sneak peek soon. I think we're all really, really awaiting that. And then like I said a minute ago, he did post today on there that the series isn't going to be what we expect it to be. So maybe it's not about the Paul brothers. Maybe it's about something completely different. I think we're all going to be shocked because Shane definitely has that shock value when it comes to releasing new stuff, and it's always more than we want and expect. And we crave it. People are on there like, you haven't released a video in a month. What is happening? We're gonna literally die. And for all we know, it could be about the beauty community. For all we know, he could be doing collabs with Morley and Manny MUA right now, and that's why they've fallen off the face of the earth. And maybe he wants to build their careers back up and find out the truth. But wouldn't that be awesome? And what a better person to go and reach out to the beauty community and these people who have let so many of their subscribers down, and to really figure out the real truth and what's going on, and and all this hateful, hurtful things they said, and have them apologize in such a real and raw way, and Shane gets people to do that. But who knows what it could be about. But yeah, so that's all I have on Shane. I'm really excited for the new series. I know we're all waiting it, and as soon as the new clip comes out, I will be on here and we will be talking and chatting about what the series is going to be about, what we expect from the series, what we think is going to happen, why we think maybe he had a breakdown. And there's just so much drama right now in the YouTube community. It's crazy. Peter Mon came on again. In his first video, he said that he wasn't going to be addressing the tweets. He felt like it was very unauthentic to go through and give backstory and go through each tweet and give his reasoning behind each one. He didn't want to do that. I guess a lot of people were requesting it. A lot of people wanted it from him. They wanted context. They wanted to know the context of a lot of the tweets. So he came on camera and talked context on those tweets, and he gave the people what they wanted. And he said back in 2011, maybe, when he's been coming for people this whole time, he has had stuff that he's been hiding, and he said he honestly forgot, about the tweets back in 2011. I don't think his tweets were, the context that he did give was very real. His tweets weren't that hurtful. Coming from me, I don't really have the biggest place to speak on that, but there was, like him using the word ghetto. Context definitely does matter. But there just are some things that are excusable, but his apology towards it was very real and raw, and the context that he gave to back it up was, also very real. Him using the N-word not personally, but, using and retweeting something in that context, but was also not in a derogatory way, is where, ethics kind of come in. It's like, yeah, he should have never retweeted anything with that word in it. Was that tweet hurtful to a specific group of people? Maybe, but it wasn't meant to come off that way. And I think at this point, people are coming for anyone on the internet who has anything on their page that is any sort of derogatory term is going to be called out for it. That's kind of the trend right now in 2018. But, he didn't come on there to say he was sorry. He came on there to give us his truth and give the people what they asked for, which was context. And I've already went over this in my videos, and that's why I'm not speaking on it a whole lot. Because, he admitted to being a hypocrite, and telling people to do things this way, or this is how people should be, and then, how to act a different way. But I don't think we can always hold everybody's past against them to a certain extent. But should his channel and everything he's worked hard for tank? I don't think so. I think a lot of people in the YouTube community and a lot of people in the YouTube community have really spoken out about Peter Mon and supporting him. I don't know where they stand now with everything that's happened, but I still think that people will stand with Peter Mon because he just seems like a very genuine, authentic person. So we'll see how people read into this. Again, I don't think his tweets were too hurtful. It did hurt some people. So to those people, I hope his apology was enough for them or to them. or they got something out of it, or they got what they felt like they deserved, which was answers and context from him. So we'll keep kind of dabbling into that and see how he does with his apology video and him coming on and giving context behind everything. And he spoke on the monkey circus thing, and that did have to do with a inside joke that he had with his friend, because I guess another one of their friends always bailed on them every time they asked him to hang out there in a meeting, and she was always in a meeting. And Peter Mon is a recovering addict, and there was this phrase that they use, when the circus leaves towns, they leave the monkey, or something like that in that context. And he had put a tweet out that said, going to a meeting with a bunch of monkeys, speaking on that friend going to hang out with her, and so the context that he did give, I mean, it made sense. You could tell that it wasn't a derogatory way of using the word monkey. So I don't know, I don't really feel comfortable speaking on that anymore. He's put his truth out there, he's given his context, take it as you will, and I guess that's all we really can do at this point. Yeah, but I mean, that's all I really have for today's video, you guys. And a lot of people have been putting out there that Manny MUA is below 5 million subscribers, and everybody in the world wants to put it out there. I don't think it's something that we should be celebrating, but I guess it's just another fact to throw out there. I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you've given me on my last couple of videos. The fact that I'm even climbing to like 50 views is everything to me. If it's 100, if it's 5, if it's 2, I get so excited to just see them go up and see that people really genuinely want to watch my content. And that's all I ever wanted, was to come on here and have an outlet to express my love for this platform. And I didn't really know any other way to do it. I tried making YouTube videos before, and like I spoke before, I did it for very ingenuine reasons. I wanted views and likes, and I wanted the fame from behind it. But I realized that with those ill intentions, that's why my channel wasn't working out. And I realized I just really love my creators and my content creators, and I really love watching YouTube videos. And I thought, what a better way, or what a better reason to create a YouTube channel where I just come on and I speak about my favorite creators and what's going on in the YouTube community and world, for then you guys to come on, and if you've missed anything, you can kind of come in and catch up and not feel like we're just going to talk about a bunch of drama and make accusations against people. We're just here to speak the truth and what's going on in the community. If we do ever speak about allegations, they will be put out there that they are allegations, and that this is very much so not black and white truth. As much as it could be, we don't know that. Like I said again, I'm building this channel up to be like a YouTube-style talk show. So hopefully in the future I can get YouTubers to come on and we can have just discussions, almost like a podcast, but like a sit-down talk show you would see on daytime TV, but that only stems and comes from the YouTube community, not other stars and celebrities outside of the YouTube community. So again, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. It means the world to me. If you guys really do like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and make sure you hit that subscribe button down over there somewhere. If you guys want to see every time I put out a new video, go ahead and hit that notification bell as well. Likes really do help my channel. It gets my content out there, and it gets me recommendations, so you guys are able to see it and come across me. So again, thank you guys so much, and I upload videos every week, a lot more now, but I will, like I said, be uploading once to twice a week. But right now I'm uploading kind of every day. So yeah, I will see you guys in the